Hey, how's it going? Welcome back. This is Amy, and welcome to Book Talk Tuesday. Yeah, wasn't here last week, but that's okay. So if you're new, welcome to, and again, welcome back if you've been here. Break out the tank tops now because it's kind of getting hot. It's been mild, I say high 80s, low 90s, maybe mid 90s, but yeah, that's mild for June in this area of Northern California. But it looks like we're going to have a little bit of heat on Wednesday. It's 102. That's not bad for this time of year. 102 is not bad. I know you people out there that don't get that kind of weather. You would think you were going to have a heat stroke, but you live in it, you're raised in it, you get used to it. So it's not a big deal. 110 plus is kind of a big deal. Hopefully, we won't have much of that this summer. Usually, that starts in usually July. Anyway, enough of weather. We're here on a Tuesday, talk about books. And I still haven't did my book reviews and they're piling up, but I will eventually get to them at some point if anybody is interested. Um yeah, we'll not talk about that right now because it's too much to talk about random. So we're gonna do just a reading update, a book update, and where I'm at in Big Book Summer Challenge reading update. So let's just get right into it. Got my trusty coffee. I still haven't finished this morning. Well, it's afternoon now. Anyway, it's Tuesday. And so I'm still reading for June for mem- memorializing D Day. June 6, 1944, The Voices of D Day. I have been reading that a little bit. It's by Gerald Astor. It's just a bunch of um, soldiers and men who were there um, on D Day and their their memories and their thoughts. But yeah, it's a good book. It's going pretty good. Like I said, I don't read it every day. I'm actually not that far in. I don't think. Am I? Wait a minute. Okay. I was like, wait. Yeah, I'm only on page, I think 17, but that's okay. It has pictures in here. But anyway, I'm still reading that. It's not like the top priority right now. I have some library books I have to take back. So I'm trying to get through those. And I keep putting library books on hold because I keep hearing about new books coming out. And I have a few holds at the library that I'm waiting for some books to be released that hopefully I will get them soon after. But yeah, that's my book. That's mine. One I'm reading right now. This is for a Big Book Summer Challenge, and I hope to finish it today. I'm like that much left. Um, it's This Book Will Bury Me by Ashley Weinstead. I'm really liking this book. It's going pretty well. Um, it's kind of fast paced, I guess. It could be faster, but I'm really liking it, and so I'm hoping to finish it soon. And this is about basically a girl who she comes back home. She was going to the University of Central Florida, comes home, her father had died, and she gets, for a distraction for her, she ends up going online and becoming a um, online true crime sleuth in this small group of people she becomes familiar with. Anyway, when I first got this book, I thought, oh, that sounds like there's a murder that happens that they end up, her and her buddies on this online underground, whatever you want to call it, um, like detective, uh, true crime, not real detectives just solving these crimes. And forget what they're called. Anyway, her name's Jane. But I was interested in this book because it started out. It said there was um No, it says so when the shocking deaths of three college girls in Delphine, Idaho, capture the world's imagination, Jane and her friends are determined to beat everyone else to the race to solve the case. But the murders turn out to be stranger than anyone expected. So the murdered college kids in Idaho, I was like, oh, that sounds like, there's this a crime that really happened in Idaho with college kids, and sure everybody's heard about it. Uh, so when I read the beginning of this book, so it's written from the viewpoint of the character Jane, and she's like writing this book to tell her side of the story of what's happened. And some things happened, I guess, that didn't make her and the group look so hot. And it just goes into that. But it's really interesting. So this author um says some of these cases include the University of Idaho, Gabby Petito, and the Golden State Killer, and Adam Shakespeare cases. So the author of this, Ashley, has kind of went fictionalized after a true crime, I should say. Can't see her. That was really bad picture. But so she did get the an idea from those crimes to put in. So certain things are mentioned um, in here, and then other things are mentioned, like this Idaho case. There's different names. It's a different. I think it should be a different town. But anyway, so it is true that it sounds familiar of the real Idaho uh, college kid murders because that's what she's I would say fictionalizing it after. But anyway, it's really interesting. I'm really enjoying it. And it says Ashley is an academic turned novelist with a PhD in contemporary American literature. That's pretty good. I like her writing so far. So yeah, and she has a couple other books that she wrote. In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, and Midnight is the Darkest Hour, and The Last Housewife, it looks like. But yeah, so I might read a couple of these when I get a chance. But yeah, I'm really liking this. And this for Big Book Summer Works is one of the books because it's 441 pages. It's a little chunky. It's a thriller, murder mystery. It's about I can't talk. True crime, not podcasters. They're this like online underground internet true crime armchair detectives, I guess is what I want to say. Yeah, it's this handful of people and they try to solve this case. Anyway, that's what I'm trying to say. This book will bury me. I'm enjoying it. I really like it. That's Big Book Summer book number 1. And then the next one I'm hoping to get to cuz these are due soon back at the library, so they might be a little overdue, but we won't tell anybody. This next one I I heard about from Joanna at Me and My Dog and Books, and I was able to get it to the library right away. So it's Ronald Malfi's Senseless, and it's a thriller. It looks really good, and I think it's set in Los Angeles. And the main character, I think, is a detective. Um, Says when a mutilated body of a young woman is discovered in the desert on the outskirts of Los Angeles, the detective assigned to the case can't deny the similarities between this murder and the one that occurred a year prior. So, yeah, it's Detective Bill Rennie, and like that picture overlooking LA at night. It's nice. So yeah, this one is also going to be a Big Book Summer Challenge book to check off because it's 428 pages. So Big Book Summer is read at least one book that's 400 pages or more for the summer, and you have all summer. You have it was the weekend before Memorial Day, May, through Labor Day in September. Oh, which is put on by Sue Jackson, and I'll link her Big Book Summer introduction this year down below if you want to check it out. But yeah, so this one I'm excited to get to. It's supposed to be really good. Like I said, I heard about it from Joanna at Me, My Dog, and Books, and she really liked it. So I'm gonna I'm gonna go there with this next. And then some other library books I have. I've started on this one too, but I kind of put a hold on it because I have to get through those other books. I got to take them back to the library. But this one, all these next books are library books. I started on this one. I'm really liking it. It's a nonfiction. It's by Kate Winkler Dawson, and it's The Sinners All Bow. And it's two authors, one murder, and the real Hester Prynne. And Hester Prynne was a character in Scarlet Letter by Nathaniel Hawthorne. And this is actually a real incident that happened by from to a woman by the name of Sarah Cornell. And this happened in 1832, I believe. And the original writer of, or the person who wrote a narrative of this true crime was Catherine Reed Arnold Williams. Says she threw herself into the investigation as the trial was unfolding and wrote what many claim to be the first American true crime narrative, Fall River. The murder divided the country and inspired, I can't talk today. Sorry. Nathaniel Hawthorne's The Scarlet Letter, but questions linger to this day about what really happened, what really led to Sarah Cornell's death. So they don't know if she was committed suicide or if she was murdered, but someone was put on trial, and it was a Methodist minister. Um, and some think it was suicide, others think he killed her because they were maybe having an affair. And this is, like I said, back in 1832. In what this part, I guess, where this happened is now um, is it Rhode Island, but at the time it was considered a massive. They changed the lines of the states a little bit, so it was considered in Massachusetts. But anyway, so this is really interesting because I never heard anything about her, this Sarah Cornell. And so I am on page 50, and we're hearing a little bit about Sarah and her family and this town and how um, other some other gruesome things have happened in this town, like that's um, I don't know, the what's her name? Can't think about her name without looking it up. Lizzie Borden incident, if you know, you know, happened in this area, in this town or close to this town. Um, Anyway, so yeah, so there's some other things that's really weird that's happened. But yeah, I'm only 50 pages in and I've got a lot of information already. And this narrative that this Williams wrote, I found a copy of it on eBay, actually, a booklet that I'm going to order soon so I can have this original narrative and write up about after she wrote that I think a year after this happened. So, yeah, so it's really interesting. It's a true crime murder mystery, and there's not any pictures for anything. Um, but it is a nonfiction, and it's looking at this case of what happened to. But now with this Kate Winkler Dawson, she's able to use some forensics tools that they didn't have back then to look at the case now to see was it really suicide or was she really murdered. Anyway, she was found dead out in this field. Um, yeah, so that is not a big books big book summer challenge because it's only 289 pages. It's not very big. So, but still, I'm reading it this summer. That's what's going on. So I have those 3 books to get through, and I checked this out fall, and I didn't finish it. I think I have a story and a half left, but it's Stephen King, If It Bleeds. It's a few short stories, and I just wanted to get it again and finish up those 2 stories I hadn't finished, because I really like Stephen King's writing, and it wouldn't take me very long, but it is a big book if you wanna use it for Big Book Summer Challenge because it is altogether, I think it's 4 or 5 stories. Altogether, it is 430 pages. The dogs came in. Just a minute. Okay, we're back. Um, yeah, my door doesn't shut very well, and the dogs came in. Um, so yeah, so this would be a Big Book Summer Challenge book two. If you like it, it's I forget how many short stories. I want to say 4 or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Mr. Harrigan's Phone, The Life of Chuck, If It Bleeds, and Rat. And I believe The Life of Chuck is I don't know if it's a series or just a movie, and I'm not sure where that. I want to say Netflix, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Could be Apple TV, could be Hulu. You have to Google it. But I heard about that. I was watching an interview with Stephen King on YouTube, and he was talking about the life of Chuck. So being made into a movie or a series, I don't know what it is. Anyway, so that one I only have a little bit left, but I'm not using it for Big Book Summer Challenge because I read most of it last year anyway. So, and the last one I have is a new one that just came out. It's Catfight by Kit Conway, and I can't remember the booktuber that I heard it about from. And so when I heard about this booktuber was she was talking about books that were coming out this summer, like I think just in June. And so I went in and put a few books on hold at the library because this was one of them, and I got this one right away. And it's a mystery thriller, I guess. So it's about former. It sounds fun. It's like Real Housewives meet, I don't know, murder mystery or something like that. Who knows? It says former zoologist Coralie King now reigns forever a different sort of dogs are barking. I don't know if you hear them. Different sort of animal kingdom as Queen Bee of the Seven Oaks, a wealthy suburb of London. Oh, it's an English one too. That's great. But this quiet, cloistered community is turned upside down when Coralie's husband sees a panther sitting on the trunk of his car at a dinner party. Was it just a shadow, or is there really an apex predator stalking their neighborhood? Emma Brooks doesn't believe for a second that there's a big cat in their midst, but is all too willing to use the sighting as a distraction from her home renovation application that's been facing scrutiny. Meanwhile, former punk musician Twig Dorset doesn't know what to believe. She never thought she'd return to Seven Oaks and be living in her childhood home. But after her daughter became sick, she and her wife traded their bohemian life in Bali for the security of London suburbia. As the summer heats up, the frenzy around the big cat sighting reaches a fever pitch when gnawed bones, paw prints, and scratches are discovered, filled with gasp worthy twists and turns. Catfight is a wickedly entertaining novel of suspense that examines the lengths to which some women will go when they feel caged. So I just thought this sounded like a fun read. Um it's set in summer, and so and set in London suburb, it sounds like. And it just sounded like a really fun one. And yeah, so I checked it out. I got it, and it's not that big. It's not going to be a big book summer challenge. Oh, that's cute. I didn't notice that before. Probably should open these books up and look at them before I do this. It is 336 pages, so just short of 400, but this is cute. This is where is it? It has like these little like cheetah print. I might fell. Cheetah prints on the edges, on the inside pages, not on the outside edges, but on the inside edges. And it has like on the chapters, there's like little cheetah print. There's like a little it said panther. I think it said panther on the thing, but that looks like a cheetah. Does panthers have spots? I don't think so. It just says a big cat. Okay, maybe it's not a panther. I thought I read a panther. If you heard me read a panther. Anyway, there's panther prints or oh my god. There's paw prints. I say it's a cheetah on the edges. That's really cute. I might want to buy this book just because it's cute. Um, yeah, so that's not a big book at all. But yeah, it's kind of a neat cover. I'm really bad at holding these things up. Anyway, Hit Conway, Catfight. Fun summer. This would be a fun summer read. I'm hoping to get to that, and I will say that I have a couple more books on. There's at least one, maybe two. There's one in transit, so hopefully by the time I get next week to the library, I might have two books. I like to have more than two books to pick up, but so I don't have to keep going back to the library. But if I stop putting books on hold at the library, then I wouldn't keep going back. Anyway, it's a never-ending circle. It's that's that's what I do. But yeah, so that's just a short reading update. I got the two books for Big Book Summer I'm working on, and then I have those other books from the library I want to get through, and then I have a couple that I'm picking up from the library. And let me see when I get those in, and then I have some books I've already bought this month. So the beginning of end of the month, or probably the beginning of July, I'll do another book haul. Can't stop buying books, and I'm not going to apologize for it. Okay. Yeah. Just not enough time in life. You know, you know. What am I looking for? Library. Yeah. So the book I have to pick up. Shoot, I hit wrong buttons all the time. That's why I should not be allowed on social media on my phone. Who knows who I'll be emailing or texting. Yeah, so one of the books that's ready for me to pick up, it's a new one. It just came out this month, I believe. It's Not the End of the World, a novel by Jonathan Parks Ramage, Ramage. Yeah. So I'll have that up on the screen. But yeah, there's that one, and I have I also have an audio book on hold through the Libby app, which is Stephen King's new one, Never Flinch, which is a new uh can't think of her name. Gibney. Da, 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 da. I know I stopped talking. It's okay. I can't read and talk. I'm not I'm not that talented. Anyway, you can talk amongst yourselves. Holly Gibney. Holly Gibney care. I don't know why. Today is. I should not have videoed today because apparently my brain's not working on Tuesdays. This is Tuesday. So that's on audio I'm waiting for. So that's a new one. And also there is a couple of new books I put on hold at the library. I came across the Women's Prize for Fiction and Nonfiction on YouTube. I watched that video. It just happened, I don't know, a few days ago, maybe a week ago. And I'm not going to tell you what these books are because they were the winners of the prize. So and I don't normally read that type of book, more of a literature, even though I have classic literature. Um, I read a lot of thrillers and horror, basically. Anywho, and there's a new Chuck Tingle coming out. I think it's in August, Lucky Day. I have that on hold. I can't wait to get to that one because I loved Bury Your Gaze by Chuck Tingle that came out last year. And I also have the new Riley Sager with a Vengeance on hold at the library, which I can't remember when that comes out. And I put the new Karen Slaughter, We're All Guilty Here on hold also. Plus I have the book of Never Flinch by Stephen King on hold, but that's going to take a while. And I'll probably get to the audio before I get to that. But yeah, so I have a couple of books on hold at the library. One's ready. Hopefully, see, one was in transit. Yeah, hopefully I have two pick up, and I'll show you those when I get them. But anyway, so yeah, so that's up. That's it for the reading update and my update on my Big Book Summer Challenge and what I'm reading, where I'm at, what's coming up next to read. So thanks for coming by, and stay cool if you're hot. Stay warm if you're cold. I know there's places that it's rainy and cold. Not in my part of the world, but good luck with that. Uh, so we will see you here next time. Thanks.